Alright, okay, so we are back. I'm back, everybody. I'm back, and I left the game paused overnight because I knew that I was gonna I knew I was gonna have to be up in the morning to get more of this done. I'm still pretty tired. I'm still pretty tired after being up so late. Like I said, last night I finally went out and I saw the Super Mario Galaxy movie, which I loved. But then, you know, as a part of that, I ended up, you know, going and getting a bite to eat at basically midnight, which is really late. Midnight is really, really late to be eating dinner, which is the reason why I stayed up until 3 a.m. waiting to digest and then going to bed way too late. Don't worry about it, I'm a night owl. It's fine, except for the part where it's like, it's like 11 in the morning right now, and I haven't slept enough. Oh, man. Oh, wait, okay. The scarab did not get away. I'm just trying to pad my wallet before I head out to Cape Claw, because, I have the capacity I have the ability to fill my wallet up completely now to 100 instead of just 50, the earlier limit that I was dealing with. I don't think there's really anything left for me to do here. But it does suddenly occur to me. There was another, like, well in Ice Mountain where I could get a cheat token. So let's just go ahead and use the warp stone to head out there first. Hey, big fella. Let's head out to the Ice Mountain.
Are you ready to walk?
You know I am. Let's go. I like how focused he is for warping me to Ice Mountain, but then whenever he warps me to the Krazoa Palace, he's just like, yeah, we'll just move you whenever we want to. He's just like, I'm not even gonna look at you. I'm gonna do it open palm. I'm like, I don't know, man. This feels like you're not really giving it a whole lot of attention. It's like a film. It was like a made-for-TV movie that I remember when I was young about Merlin. And when he was learning all of his powers, he got, like, lazy and sloppy, and he just waved his hand at a candle to put it out.
Give me 20 scarabs, and I'll give you a cheat token.
Yeah, sure. Let's go ahead and huck those in. So, he goes and he waves his hand to put the candle out, and because he's being, like, lazy with it, he just, like, splatters wax all over the place, and his teacher is like, if you had concentrated, that wouldn't have happened. That feels like what's happening in regards to what the warp stone does between his first warp out to Ice Mountain versus his second warp out to the Krazoa Palace. Man. Okay, so the only other thing that I remember there being here was, yep, sure enough, an energy cell near the speeder bike. We're not going to use the speeder bike because I don't want to do that little race again. Oh, excuse me. Wait a minute. I just saw a rock with some scarabs underneath it. I gotta try to recoup what I just, Oh no, the pathing. No! An entire scarab is on the... Oh, no! I can't let it get away! Oh, oof, okay. I don't think that I'm missing anything else here. Wait a minute, this rock over here. Yep, sure enough. It's got those painted slots on it or whatever. Painted arrows. There's also a cannon here now, which makes me wonder if I'm going to have to come back to this area at some point later in the game. I forget how many it is. What is it? 4 spell stones and 6 Krazoa spirits? So I found 2 of 6 spirits. I found 1 of 4 stones. So 4, 5, 6, 7 more things to do, I guess. Oh my word, the thorntail that was over here is gone. Hello?
I fear for the safety of my young.
Do you now? This isn't spelling some sort of a challenge that I have to face at some point later in the game. Maybe required, maybe an extra, who knows. Whoop! Well, I didn't mean to get in the water there, but it's fine. I've got plenty of money. If I'm remembering correctly, it's 60 scarabs to enter Cape Claw, which what can I say? I remember the cadence of the voice that tells you what you have to do. So there's nothing new. I've already been out to this area. It's just a matter of reaching the same location. So I shouldn't have any surprises coming to me. Down another long, thin path. The way that video games used to be so restrictive. I mean, this was an adventure game. It is an adventure game. But, it's also, you know... I don't know if this would have qualified as an open world. It kind of feels like it's an open world game from the era. Because, again, like, Grand Theft Auto 3 came out 1 year before this game. And that obviously changed things significantly, but 1 year isn't enough time for people to, like, completely reassess how they build their games, you know? It took time for that whole concept of, you know, like, what was an open world game to change. And Zelda did a pretty good job, at least two-dimensionally, with the open world aspect of it. But it still had that whole, like, oh, there are bushes that you can't get past until you get, you know, like, the bush trimmers, you know, like the shears or whatever. Here we go.
60 scarabs to enter Cape Claw.
No problem, I got that.
Run! In you go!
Not even a crunch, just a burp. Okay, well that's more or less put me in the poorhouse. Screw you. I saw you coming from a mile away. Well, look at that. I'm in a little maze here. Man, the effect of the maze is kind of lost since I have this little map. But, I guess it's fine. I want to make certain that I'm not missing anything in the corners of the map. Grand Theft Auto 3, you definitely, like, changed the landscape of what qualified as an open world game. Not that open world didn't exist, but the very concept of, like, no, pretty much, at least, even GTA 3 was still using the, well, part of the world is story-locked and kept away, you know? And I believe that the way that they did it there was, like, you know, like, oh, there's bridge damage and you can't do anything, and then the other option is, like, oh, there's storms, so we have to keep the bridges closed for safety purposes or something like that. So, you couldn't adventure to other parts of the, city in GTA 3. Which is kind of functionally, for a mechanic, not much different from this, where it's like, yeah, Cape Claw is down this way, but you need the big wallet, and they're not going to give it to you until, you know, you adventure far enough in the game to be given the big wallet type situation. Like, just the whole process of locks and keys to control where you can get in the world, which is part of the thing. Like, you constrain any type of a gamer, and the first thing that they're going to do is try to figure out how to get around those constraints. Hence the reason why, you know, things like wall clipping and stuff end up going on. So this is... Am I in a well? It feels like I'm in a well. I'm kind of surprised by that. It's either a well or a cistern. A or B. And I don't know, like, something about a lot of these dinosaurs that makes me think that they don't know how to stack bricks, or couldn't if they tried. And there's a lot of bricks that have been stacked around here. Where does this head? This probably heads straight out to Cape Claw, if I had to make a guess. Yeah, okay, so this takes me out to where I'm supposed to be. I am going to check the bottom of this well/cistern, whatever it is, because if... Either the bottom of this space here is supposed to be explored later, or it's an extra. And I am a sucker for extras. It's one of the things. It's a little bit like if I go and I play Skyrim again, which I was doing for over on my streams, which you can watch the streams on this channel if you're interested. I go live on Saturdays and Mondays. Ow. Okay, so there's a boost pad to get back up. That's good. I had reason to go back and play Skyrim again, and when I was doing it, I was like, man, there really is just something special to me about going out and finding the collectibles in this game, you know, finding the rare and unusual objects that you can enjoy. So what would happen was... Oh, okay, that was a much further drop than I thought it was. So, you know, like the whole, like, collecting all the dragon priest masks, collecting up the stones of Baron Zaya, or the unusual gems, completing the houses and, like, building all of the shrines inside of them. Something about that stuff, just, it really tickles part of my brain, and I'm just like, oh, it feels so good to do that stuff. I'm gonna be honest, the bottom of this well is utter and complete trash. There's nothing down here other than a couple of fuel cells and a bunch of grub tubs, which Tricky didn't even follow me down here, so there's no value or point. This is a really long detour to just get grub tubs at best, you know? Like, I'll take the power cells and be happy about it, but... Yay. At least I can get out. Nothing worse than falling down a well. So many stories. Like, I don't... Man, when I was a kid, I kept hearing stories about people falling, like kids specifically falling down wells. Meanwhile, I never saw a well until I went camping in the Scouts, and we were on someone's property, and we were warned ahead of time. It's like, listen, there's the remnants of an old house nearby. You know, like it's just the foundation. There's not much of the walls left, but there is a... which way wasn't I supposed to go? No, that's the way that I came in. Okay, so it's this ladder on the other side. So, like, they told us, hey, there is a well on the property near the remains of an old house, okay? We have to tell you about it because we don't want you falling into it. So if you get near, so be aware that there is a well on the property. No, we don't need anybody falling into it. And, you know, of course, it's the middle of the night. We're not going to go to sleep at the minute that the sun goes down because we live in, you know, the modern age, which I think at the time was about 2000. Oh, it probably was around the time that this game came out, 2002, something like that. So, what ended up happening was that, you know, we don't go to sleep when the sun goes down, and we, ooh, wait a minute. Oh no, we're being watched. The enemy has found us. This is... Oh, Tricky's got the willies. He's got goosebumps. Somebody be watching him. Okay, well, anyways, like I was saying, we went and found the well, you know, when it was after dark with our flashlights and everything. We just kind of looked at it and was like, huh, so that's a well. And one or two of us in the troop had heard, well, had seen wells because, like, you know, grandma or grandpa had a farm or something, but that was it. Like, there wasn't anything to it. It was like, oh, okay, that's a well. And it was like, it was still really, really full of water, like way to the top. And I looked at it and I thought to myself, you could probably still climb out of that if you fell in because of, like, buoyancy and the fact that you'd be close enough to the rim of the well. Obviously, we didn't do anything like that. And I'm certain that I'm saying something remarkably stupid. It's like, no, it doesn't work that way. I've never fallen into a well. I've heard too many freaking awful stories about people falling into wells and then just, like, expiring because they can't get out. I'm not about to test it. But, you know, it's that moment where you see it for yourself and you're like, oh, I could totally get out of that, no problem. Just, that ridiculous strongman argument. I don't think I can get out of there. Like, it's that whole experience of, like, oh, I'm the strongest person on the planet, you know, like, I could kick anyone's ass, and then the minute that it comes time to, like, actually test that, you are proven to be just full of so much shit. Alright, it's looking a whole lot like I'm supposed to, go digging. Because digging on the beach is a real natural thing to do. I don't know. If you've never gone to the beach and... If you've gone to the beach and you've never dug a hole, then I don't know what your story is. You know? I don't know what's wrong with you. Okay, can't use that door. I'm gonna have to come back here. That's the same type of door that was behind the Queen Earthwalker. Look at this, it's another dig spot. Okay, so there's a lot. There appear to be a lot of spoils hanging around on the beach for me to grab. I should have brought my metal detector, man. Just be a beach sweeper. Reminds me of a metal. Oh, great! It's another Baphomet. I don't need another Baphomet. No, don't want to go in. I remember, like, there's a video that goes around. It goes around every once in a while of someone with, like, basically an enormous basket sweeper that you place it on the beach and then you drag it and it collects up all the debris in the sand. And of course, you know, people are like making videos. They're finding, you know, like leftover, like lost cell phones and stuff like that, or like, you know, jewelry and watches. It's probably fake, the really good stuff, but there's no denying that, like, the actual sweeping basket that they're using makes a lot of sense, and it would totally do that. The heck is this that I just found? Oh my god, it's a shiny gold bar. The high tops have a fondness for all things gold. So maybe if you give it to him, he'll help you? What do you... I literally just found an entire gold bar and I'm just gonna give it away? Ow. Okay, that's thorns. That's thorny. That's a thorny issue right there. What a strange burning animation. Hello, sir. Please. Please freeze. Now please shatter. Freeze and shatter. It's like please and thank you, but not quite the same. There you go. Down he goes. It's all good. It's all good. Okay. Tricky, if you would please do some more digging. Okay, so, I found this guy's gold bar. There's probably more than one. Yep, sure enough, there's another. Okay. Yep, and they didn't even tell me that it was a gold bar. I just have to infer that that's what it is. Got a breakwater here, probably to keep me out, so I had to go through the thorns over here. Okay, so high top probably refers to this guy. I'm just used to calling these guys long necks, even though I've never actually watched any of the Land Before Time movies. I remember the Land Before Time being like a film franchise that I saw a lot of reference to when I was younger, and I always wanted to watch them, but I never got the opportunity because they never ran them on TV. What the heck? Why are you just stepping aside? Those guys usually want me to bribe them or something. Hello, sir. There we go. Alright. Sir?
When I heard the Sharpclaw were coming to Cape Claw, I hid my precious gold deep below the sands. My memory's not what it used to be, though, and now I've forgotten where I buried them. With the help of your little friend, you should be able to find them. Return all 4 gold bars, and I will help you on your quest.
Okay, well that's convenient. Now I know how many gold bars to worry about. Okay. That means that the remaining 2 are probably over on this side of the beach. Or the cape. Is this a cape? This feels more like a cove than it feels like a cape. But then again, I don't actually know I don't know what differentiates an isthmus from a peninsula. Wait a minute, I do know the difference between an isthmus and a peninsula. A peninsula is like a piece of land that juts out into the water, and an isthmus is kind of like the exact same thing, but it's water jutting out into land, I think. What's the difference between an isthmus and a strait? If I'm right about that. I don't know my geography all that well. It occurs to me now. Alright, Tricky, give me another gold bar. Your master requires wealth, Tricky. Dig for me. There we go. Oh, right, I have to, hey. I don't get why I can't just walk over it. You gotta keep up on my, my scarab collecting. There's no telling when I'm gonna have to bribe another guard, or I'm gonna be required to, like, you know, purchase a random item off of somebody. Although, admittedly, I haven't had to buy anything off of anyone other than the shopkeep. There have been no independent traders anywhere in this world beyond the... Oh, for God's sake. Did I just lose this scarab? Oh, no, I didn't. I thought for certain the scarab would, like, immediately drown when touching the water. Lucky me that it didn't go that way. Alright, it wouldn't let me grab this power cell, so maybe... There we go. Nice. Okay, I'm a little bit confused. I'm not seeing any, places to dig anymore. I mean, I got a pretty good vantage point from up here, but there's nothing. And it wouldn't be up on the trail. Like, the dig spots are remarkably difficult to miss. They're very conspicuous. So these moments whenever you forget what exactly it is that you're doing, or, well, when you can't find what you're supposed to grab. Let's check that dock down there. Ooh! Oh, okay. Didn't expect to find another power cell. Oh, hello. Okay, this is probably where I need to go. Behind the waterfall? This doesn't feel right. Thus far, it's never told me... Thus far, the game has never wanted me to swim against the current. If the current is there, like, I'm doing something wrong. So... Okay. So much for that. I guess we'll head back up to the little temple here. I don't know. The temple feels like something that I'm supposed to engage with later. Because, like, there's that windowed door there that I can't reach. The mouth feels a whole lot like it's a door that needs to open at some point. Like, all of this is only, at best, vaguely familiar. And I don't actually know. Oh, look, it's a sharp claw door. Okay. I do remember sharp claw doors. I remember there being a sharp claw, what is it? A sharp claw, disguise in the game. Okay, so this is where the crying is coming from. Hello? Oh, of course I would position myself just wrong. Yeah, there's definitely somebody in there, but I don't know how to enter the space. Hey, you, go away. Enemies respawning way too fast. Not as bad as those little flying freaks that I dealt with in that last episode with... Well, not the immediately last episode, but close enough. They just kept spawning and like attacking me on my head. They were effectively what a lot of developers use bats for in video games. It's like, yeah, they're here to basically cause chip damage, and they're not a huge threat, but with enough of them annoying you, or with a constant enough annoyance, you're going to be losing so much health. Did I forget? Did I miss something here? Like, he specifically said 4 bars, and he said that they were all buried. So it's impossible for them to be anywhere but in dig spots. But dig spots are so blatantly obvious. How am I missing one? I've been over this whole entire beach. It's not like this area, this kind of hub space. Is that the right way to phrase it? Hub space? It's not like this space is big. It's actually pretty small. Because, you know, like, this game is built with, I guess what you might call path and field design. Anyway, let's just give this guy let's give the high top his gold, and maybe he'll give me a secret? Okay, is that not where I'm supposed to put it? Sir. Here. Also, Fox, you're a moron. You're giving away, like, 1 gold bar. The size of that thing, in comparison to you, it's enough to fund Star Fox for, like, 3 months. Where are the other gold bars? Did I give all of them to him? Oh, yeah, okay, I see them over on the platform there. Alright, does he give me a hint now?
With the help of your little friend, you should be able to find them.
No, no hints whatsoever, just dig. That's pretty much all of the information he's willing to give me. Whoop! Give me the scarab. Oh, nice, I was still able to grab it despite the fact that it was underwater. That's convenient. Alright, well, I'm not really seeing much of anything around here. Woo. Like, there is absolutely nothing. I'm not losing my mind, am I? See the inside of that tree? There's just nothing here. There's absolutely nothing here. Do you speak? Hello, sir? Really weird that I guess I could have bribed that guard, but he it doesn't matter anymore or something. That's weird. I guess because I bypassed the guard, I don't have to bribe him. Alright, let's look around here. Again, I am convinced that the temple is not where I'm supposed to be headed. Like, that feels like an entire thing. That I'll bother with it at a later point. There's a flame with the cannon. Oh my god. Okay, there's a dig spot underneath that... No, we're not gonna go the long way around. We're just gonna swim there. We're just gonna swim it. There is a dig spot underneath the crate. Of course there would be. Why would it be any other way? It's the clever, minor ways that they hide stuff in these games. Oh, man, come on. Don't run away from me. There we go. Okay, I'm full up on grub tubs again. Okay, Tricky, if you would please do what you do best and dig for your master. There we go. And that's the last one. Okay, so I've run back and forth across this beach enough. And now I have to do it once again. Just what? Well, now that I think about it, there's a reasonable chance that I'm gonna have to run back to the other end of the beach once I give the last gold bar to this guy. Which, okay, fine. But it's just kind of annoying whenever you end up in that situation. It's like, I was just over there, and then you go back, and they're like, okay, go back to the other place, and you're like, but I was just over there! Just playing, you know, like, conversation tag. Alright, let's go ahead and give him his last gold bar. Here you go, sir. I swear, that's enough gold to fund Star Fox for an entire year. Giving it up is a fool's errand. You don't even need payment if you just take the gold fox. You don't even need the payment from General Pepper.
The Sharp Claw have captured a Cloud Runner.
Oh, okay. Is that who's in the cage? I'll go ahead and replenish my magic. Honestly, my magic meter feels a little bit small. Feels like it should be larger at this point. You know, I have to say, the water effects are pretty freaking good in this game. Still 2001, and they managed to make it look pretty amazing. Okay, I shouldn't have come over to the... Should not have come over to the beach. Gotta use the ramp on the temple here. Okay. What is... I assume the switch is just gonna release whoever is in the cage, and it's like, yeah, we put the ladder up. That no one will be able... We didn't even put a key on that cage. What is up with the Sharp Claw and putting people in... Okay, well, that wasn't the door that I expected it to open for me. Yeah, that's a Sharp Claw lock right there. I gotta get a disguise. I don't know how close I am to getting the disguise, but there is a disguise to opening Sharp Claw doors. It won't let me leap off. I have to use a ladder here? Kinda lame. Anyway, what is up with Sharp Claws putting people in cages and then walking away and not, like, locking the cages? What's the idea behind that? Like, wouldn't you want people to be locked up and, like... Well, then again, I guess there are technically guards of some type. What on earth? Uh-oh. Oh, this doesn't reek of a trap. Oh, no. Oh, that's poison gas. That's totally poison gas. It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry. Just, like, huff, puff, and heave to get the stones back where they belong. There we go. Oh, this is interesting music. I don't think I've heard this anywhere else. Alright, cool. That's good. On to the next one. But what is the point of this room? Like, there's nothing in here that they're defending or protecting. It doesn't make any sense for them to be like, no, we must defend and we must protect, you know, the treasure in this room. There's... Wait, what? Well, that was a convoluted lock system for the cage. Seems awfully dangerous for them to try to get whoever they've imprisoned out if they needed to move them for any reason. Okay, whatever.
Whoa! A Cloud Runner! Shoo shoo! Go away, Cloud Runner! Get away!
Have you two met?
He is an Earthwalker. I am a Cloud Runner. Our tribes do not see eye to eye. His father has probably been saying bad things about me.
Who locked you in there?
General Scales. Who else? You see, I am the queen of the Cloud Runner tribe and also its gatekeeper.
That guy needs to be taught a lesson. Where is he now?
He used my powers to open a path to the Cloud Runner fortress. I must return there to help my tribe.
I'm gonna need that spellstone. Looks like you've got yourself company, lady. Peppy, I'm returning to the R-Wing. Can you make sure it's ready for takeoff?
Wait a minute! There's no way I'm going up to her fortress.
Okay, you can sit this one out. We'll head back to Thorntail Hollow, and you can wait there for me to return.
I'll meet you at the fortress. Good luck!
She hawked another loogie into the sky to open another gateway. How pleasant. Alright, cool. So, I guess we're done with Cape Claw for the time being. Tricky, eat this. There you go. Never pass up an opportunity to just replenish things whenever it's the middle of the... Oh, you little twerp. Not to be confused with the #1 hit band, Tupperware Remix Party, also known as TWRP. You get a little bit of a sense of my my taste in my taste in music. Speaking of music, I may as well plug this. There is a website called ocremix.org. If you have never heard it before, they are a dedicated fan operation that has been around since the 1990s for remixing video game music. And you can't just put any music on OC Remix. Like there's a review process for getting stuff up on the website, and all of the music is free. Like, you don't pay for any of it. You can go there, you can download as much music as you want. It's a huge archive. The remixes, again, go all the way back to the 1990s. There's some really, really great stuff. If you ever check in on my streams, I'm always using music from OC Remix whenever it's like the starting screen and you're just like waiting for people to show up. So like that's a thing. And one of the things that they do from time to time, I think they have around 20 of them at this point, is full albums where they're like, yeah, we're going to remix as much music out of a game or a game franchise all together at once. And one of the things that they did, well, the most recent album that they did is Double Wing Damage. And it is a literal remix of a whole bunch of tracks out of the Star Fox franchise. It's it's put together as if it was meant to go on CD or physical media, and like they produce album artwork for it and everything. So it's like it's supposed to be 2 discs worth of music if you were to burn it to a CD or something. Which of course, who would do that these days? We have so much like digital music capacity. But you can go ahead and you can watch it there. They do have all of their remixes uploaded to YouTube as well. If you're interested, they have a YouTube page. But if you want to check out their archive, or see what the latest remixes are, you can go to ocremix.org, and they have they have a latest playlist on the webpage that you can just listen to there. I know that a lot of people are more interested in streaming their music than downloading it. I wouldn't call myself an audiophile, but one of the bonuses of like the albums that OC Remix puts together is that they distribute in both MP3 and FLAC. as file formats. And if you don't know the difference, an MP3 is basically a compressed audio format, and FLAC is a not fully uncompressed audio format, but it is a pretty lossless audio format. So if you have the audio equipment, I have a heck of a setup on my desktop because of everything that I do. To give you an idea, I have a DAC, which is like, it's a $400 piece of equipment. It's basically a $400 external sound card. So I have some sophisticated equipment and some very expensive headphones for all of the work that I do with videos and whatnot here. So I was like, you know what? Yeah, let's go for it. Let's listen to the uncompressed audio, and I can actually hear a difference. All of this to basically put a fine point on the fact that OC Remix really does care about audio quality. They care about the quality of a remix to make certain that, you know, just not anything is being published. They don't publish just anything on their website. So I encourage any of you, if you don't know, I'll actually put a link down in the description. I say I'll put a link in the description. There's no guarantee that I will actually remember to do that. But I'll put a link in the description if I can remember to, for ocremix.org. I highly encourage anybody to give it a shot. You know, go there, check it out. Open it up on a web page on your phone, you know, where you've got your Bluetooth headphones. And just, you know, like, hit play on the list on the front page and see if they've got anything that you enjoy. And with that, we have returned to Thorntail Hollow. I'm going to save and stop here, and I will see you all at Cloud Runner Fortress in the next video. Bye.